Sanskrit is one of the languages which is perhaps the oldest in the world and has the most, I will say, scientifically correct grammar. There is, and many other languages have been derived from it, including English. Common words in English, I, aham, we, vayam, you, yuja, mother, matri, brother, bratri, like that. Hundreds of commonly used English words are derived from Sanskrit. But the visitor will not know that until unless you tell. They did allocate a lot of space to one or two items which I saw and it just did not appeal to me. And one of them was a rickshaw. I've always had a philosophical objection to it because a rickshaw, as you know, is man-powered.
Yeah.
So a rich man sits in there, pays a poor man to provide an animal power. And I see it very much as an exploitation. Whenever I've seen or was forced to take on a rickshaw, I will get down and actually push the rickshaw because I just could not bear seeing an old poor chap trying to, take my weight. That just was not acceptable to me. But by decorating it and displaying it and giving it so much space, what we are doing, or the South Asia Gallery is doing, is giving a message that in South Asian culture, such exploitation is acceptable. The main idea was to educate a visitor, to tell them that South Asia isn't a third world country. They have a rich tradition of education, research, and science and innovation. Most importantly, explaining what the physical world is made from. And you may have heard of God's particle, which is called Higgs boson.
Yeah.
Well, the word boson comes from an Indian physicist called Satyendranath Bose. Okay. And it is his work with Einstein that led to discovery of so-called God particle that is, we all are made from it.
Yeah.
How many people? There is some display about Satyendranath Bose, but it is very difficult to tell that story. We wanted a movie which could explain how Indian scientists had discovered the very building block of material, particularly through quantum mechanics and the contributions that they had made. That is not shown. And then Vedic mathematics. People know that zero was discovered in India.
Yeah.
But if I talk about how we use zero, so you add zero to a number, it is the same number. You subtract zero from a number, it remains the same number. But if you multiply a number with zero, it becomes zero. If you divide a number by zero, it's infinity. You can't even work out. So who came up with these four formulae? Yeah. Who actually said, this is how zero is to be used, the properties of zero. Every day, people use it, yet they do not know who is the South Asian who came up with this. That was an opportunity for us, to talk about it, to display. So once again, there's a shortage of space and time. Maybe in future, we may just change the display and talk about other things. Yeah. So there is a hope. I think that we may be able to display different things, more things in future.